Oh, some serious finish that by Gujarat's power hitters towards the end. They score more in the last 7 than they did in the first 13. 104 in those last 7 overs that power the Titans to 207 for 6. It's just by a bit the highest score at Ahmedabad, batting first in this year's IPL. It ended up in a losing cause against Rinku Singh in KKR, but that's for a later conversation. For now, on Visit Saudi presents ESPNcricinfo T20 Timeout, we look back at a breathtaking bit of 6 hitting with Shaun Tait and Tom Moody in those last 7. What happened? Suddenly 6 hitting got easier, bowling got worse? How do you explain those last 7 overs, Tom?
I think it's a combination of both. I thought bowling was really poor in the back 10 overs from Mumbai Indians, and we know that this is their weak suit. You know, they boast a very strong batting lineup, but there is clearly some issues amongst their bowling unit, and there was some extraordinary hitting. You know, right down at the back end of that innings, they set a really good platform. Shubman Gill up front was again in his stylish best, setting a solid platform to allow their power hitters to come in and do the job.
It looks like Mumbai bowled well for some part of the innings and then bowled really poorly for another part of that innings. Can you explain that?
Yeah, there's a lot of missed Yorker, death bowling stuff landing in the slot, outside off stump to get them away. I actually felt like, and he had good figures. I felt like Piyush set them up. He bowled, instead of getting out of his last over. I mean, this is probably a bit harsh to be critical of him, but instead of getting out of his last over, I felt like he was wicket hunting. Maybe, which
greedy again, at times.
Again, that's his job. But I just felt like you bowl in your last over, get out of the over, get the ball into the wicket a bit more. Maybe he sort of lobbed a couple outside off stump. 2 boundaries, which I felt after that away they went.
It certainly got Abhinav Manohar going, and that's the innings that injected a change in momentum. Fair to say, Tom. How good was that?
Manohar, yeah, absolutely. His innings was one unexpected. We knew that he had a power game, but we didn't know how powerful it was. And I think also Mumbai Indians maybe have underestimated him as well, because they're probably looking at David Miller more as the threat, because historically he has been a threat in that role. But wow, didn't he go off? You know, he was brilliant, 3 sixes and 3 fours in that innings, and that just, as you said, I think that just exploded their back end. And then David Miller joined the party, and right at the back end, Tuatia, you know, like, it's incredible. Well, you know what, he hit 3 sixes in first 4 balls.
Yep. I think every team's trying to find this Indian uncapped player who can be a power hitter. I mean, you've had your experience with Samad, then you see some of them either get there or not make the step. He's had now quite a few 30s and 40s. Is there something about Manohar that is working? Is he stronger? Is he better built? Or is his technique any better than perhaps some of his contemporaries that aren't quite at that level?
I think he's getting opportunity. I think that's what it boils down to. I think when you get opportunity and you are backed, you tend to feel confident and comfortable in that role. We're seeing the same with Dubey down at CSK. You know, he's being backed clearly by MS, and they're reaping the rewards because he feels comfortable, he feels good out there, and he's going out there hitting sixes for fun. So I think a lot of that's got to do with it. A lot of these guys have got the talent, and there's a lot of people that have talent, but you need luck as well. Luck plays a big role in professional sport, and one of those bits of luck is around being in an environment that trusts you and backs you.
All right, very good from Abhinav Manohar then. Tewatia is a different kind of 6-hitter. He's the kind of 6-hitter that I think would annoy a fast bowler like you more, especially when he's gone down on one knee to Riley Meredith and swept him first ball for 6 over square leg.
Extraordinary shot, the first one. Well, in fact, a lot of them were, but that first, come out first ball and hit a guy that bowls pretty high pace around the corner like that, it's impressive. So he's that sort of player, hits the ball in awkward areas, and it just came off tonight, I think. And I feel like Mumbai sort of ran out of answers. They were too afraid to go for the Yorker because it was missing. Then the slower ball came into it, which is an easier option. And they got a hold of that as well. So, yeah, again, just some troubles at the death for the Indians,
He's faced 19 balls in 6 games before today. It can't possibly be a role where you can say, I've got enough ball hitting and enough opportunity like we discussed about Manohar, and he's faced what 5 to date, and he's got 20. This is a different kind of impact and skill, isn't it?
It's the ultimate pinch hitter. You come in for 2 or 3 balls and do something extraordinary. And I think, to be honest with you, I think his role has changed slightly because of this impact player. So he's gone one further down the rung on the batting order because everyone has that extra player now. So he's probably thinking also, I wish I had a few more overs to get out there and do my thing because I'm feeling good about my game, but he's not getting the opportunity.
Wickets exactly. And saying that wickets in hand help as well. You can at least one thing about you'd like some more deliveries to get more of an innings going, but at least he knows the role was very simple when you come out.
Yeah.
There's wickets in hand. You come out for the last few overs and that's your job.
I mean, I'm actually curious to hear you say that he wouldn't mind coming out more, because you think for some players, are they better off just knowing that they can hit first ball, like Jitesh the other day with a 25 of 7 that could make a difference?
You tell me anyone from the age of 5 to the age of 25 to 35 when they're playing the game. I know you're only batting 5 deliveries today.
No one wants that.
You'll put your bat under your arm and go back home, won't you? It doesn't. Human nature doesn't work 100%.
Like that. I take your point. I'm just thinking, if without him wanting this, if it also liberates
he's good enough to do it.
Yeah.
And there's not many people that are good enough to go from ball 1. Yeah. He's good enough to do it, which is a unique skill.
Set up by Shubman Gill. Beautiful innings. He seemed in the mood today. That wicket felt like it was against the run of play, wasn't it?
Yeah, you said off screen that it's almost coming so easy to him, and he just gets out. And it's like, how did that happen? How did you get out? Like he's one of those players that when he gets out, it's disappointing because he's so good to watch. And some of those shots he played today were, that's as good as he's played this IPL.
Shubman, that's the best of Shubman. We've seen a few good-looking 20s and 15s. We'd love to see that go on. Perhaps that's just our greediness when you watch a player like Shubman. But would you have liked to see that go on? Or would you have welcomed him back and saying, "No, that's good job, you've done your job"?
Oh, he's done a great job. I think there'd be no one more disappointed than him because he's probably realised he's missed 100 there.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I get the impression with Shubman Gill, it's more about, not so much about what he gets, it's about what we get, which is the most important thing. And I think he'll be very happy his team's reached that total, and he played an important role in that.
David Miller continues just quietly now to be the consistent performer that the IPL craved for him to be for very many years. And it wasn't a one-season wonder for Miller last year. He's done his job as well. This is just another player who's very happy there? Or?
Yeah, he's another example, and we've talked about a lot this IPL around team environments. We talked about culture. We've talked about Chennai a lot with regards to that. And I think David Miller and the Titans' relationship is a very much a reflection of what we've talked about with a lot of the MS Dhoni environments created with Stephen Fleming down at Chennai Super Kings. I think Gujarat have got a very good environment. They've got a healthy, positive environment, and David Miller just has fitted in their hand in glove. And he's just doing his thing, and he's been in terrific form, not just in IPL cricket, but for South Africa as well.
He took a liking to Cameron Green, who had an off day with the ball. 17 of his first, 22 of his second. Rohit Sharma would have had to make a tough call, and of course Arjun Tendulkar proved to have to bowl 1 over too many in the last game. But look at that scorecard and you wonder, 1 for 9 of 2 versus none for 39 of 2. Could he have handled his bowlers any better?
The only thing, it's one of those tough ones where you go, okay, I even heard on the commentary that maybe give Tendulkar those overs instead, but then you're coming off a performance like the last one, which wasn't great for him. So maybe they're like, okay, we'll just hold him back, let him build up some more confidence before we throw him into that role again. But at the same time, he started really well, and sometimes as a bowler, when you start really well, it does go into the rest of your next over, your third over, your fourth over. So I'm 50-50 on that. I think you got to back Green as well, and he bowled in the slot tonight.
Right. Perhaps in that situation you can understand why he's gone to Green, but given we know that Rohit Sharma only has these many toys to play with, can he play with them any differently? Can he bowl a 3-4 over spell from Tendulkar early on and try and get that out of the way?
No, because you can guarantee that third over will be met. Even the very best bowlers and the most experienced bowlers, when you get greedy and think, oh, let's just try to go that extra over, more often than not they get lined up and get met. To me, Tendulkar did his job this evening, and again, he's a recipient of the sub.
Yeah.
He's the extra bowler, and the extra bowler doesn't have to complete 4. He's contributed, and he contributed very well at the top. He took a wicket, and he went for 9 runs. He's done his job. You can argue until the cows come home that, oh, you should have bowled a death over instead of Green. Green's an international bowler. Green just bowled poorly.
All right, simple as that. Are we finding this to be a good surface? One that could show us a 200-run chase, because this is well above par the average score at this ground. Tom?
It looks a good surface to me, but I got that wrong last night, so I'll reserve my judgment. But it does look a good surface to me, and I just looked a little bit in the break there, and I saw Ashish Nehra sort of feeling for dew, and it looks like there's a bit of dew there, which would be a concern to him, given that that's a clear advantage to the batting side. And you look at that that Mumbai Indians batting lineup at 207. I wouldn't say it's a safe number.
I agree.
Yeah, they did name just the 3 overseas, so they have the option. This is Mumbai, of course, and you expect Tilak Verma to just come in straight away with the form that he's had. So that's a straightforward one. They've obviously taken a call that Vadera and Surya and David are all better fielders than Tilak Verma. As far as the Gujarat team goes, they named just the 3, so they do have the option to sub out Noor Ahmed if they think that spin won't play a part and bring in Josh Little for him, though obviously the plan would have been for Josh Little to come in for a batter, and we still don't know what Hardik Pandya's bowling availability is. So they have to, obviously, you don't see that happening. You'll probably see the spinners bowling.
Josh Little will come in.
For one of the batters, and
definitely.
That'll be it. All right, predictions. Are we seeing Mumbai getting this? Are we seeing Gujarat defend it?
No, I think Mumbai are going to get it.
Wow.
If you miss a 6 type wicket, and with their batting lineup, and Surya back in some form.
It's a call with Mohammad Shami and Rashid Khan in that team. All right, Tom Moody.
So there's only one time in the tournament you're allowed to press this button, and I'm pressing it. I'm pressing the super over button.
Wow.
You've pressed that a couple of times.
I keep pressing it.
Mine doesn't you throw it out there randomly, but you're only allowed to do it once.
Yeah, well, okay.
I'm calling it tonight.
Okay. Does it make a difference if I ask for the super over again then? Because clearly if it happens now, he gets all the credit.
We should have gold ribbon coming down when you press that button.
A golden buzzer. Someone else has the rights to that.
What are you going for?
What am I going for? I've been wanting a super over since the first game, so we bloody well get it. Of all the days, it shouldn't come today because he's called for it. Okay, no, I think Gujarat will defend this easy. This is a good enough bowling lineup, so I think they'll get it. All right, thank you very much, Shaun Tait and Tom Moody. It's a big game. If Mumbai manage to win, then both these teams are 4 wins out of 7. Otherwise, Gujarat join those teams at the top in what's getting to be a crowded and very intriguing top 4 race as we finish the midway point of this year's IPL. Join us at the end on Visit Saudi Presents ESPNcricinfo T20 Time and keep an eye out on our mobile app for ball-by-ball updates and plenty more as the IPL continues to roll on. Gee, we're in for a good one, and might I say a long one if Tom Moody's prediction comes right. So we look forward to your company at the end of the game.